Hello, this is Diane. Thank you for coming to my channel again. Today's Friday as I'm making this video, and I have had some bad nights this week, so I have been working on this journal. What I intended to do, as I said, was hopefully get the cover done before I put my things away and had a little week of vacation. But while I was waiting for the Mod Podge to dry in the different stages, I did a little bit of work. I cut pages and gathered supplies, but last night, I couldn't sleep, couldn't shut my brain down. So I was in here till like 4 o'clock in the morning. You'll hear it in my voice, I think. But I got most of it done, so I figured I'm going to finish it today. And whatever details are left to finish, maybe I can do, except for sewing it. I'm not going to sew it on camera. We can do here. So I don't want to go into a great detail as we go through this and try to find what else we need to do, because I'm not going to list this till after my vacation. So we'll do a flip through closer to the time it gets listed, so it's fresh in your memory. So I did show you the cover in the previous video, but I hadn't shown you that I put tassel on it. I had forgotten. I wanted to get something out to put on the bottom there, and when I got my bin of this kind of trim out, I found all these very cozy looking trims. Like, look at that. Doesn't that have to go on this cozy journal? So I pulled these cozy trims out, and I used some of them, but they're handy in case I want to use any more today. And I have a few pieces here, leftover pieces, more napkins. I didn't use that. I don't know if I will. This was in the journal, and it came out at some point, and I don't know if I'll put it back in because it's pretty thick, but we'll see. I want to because I don't have that many sweater patterns in there, so I already have one of these, so if I think it has room in there, I'll add it back in. So it's just bunches of little pieces here that I haven't put in, that I don't necessarily have to, but they're here if I need them. And this vellum piece, Holiday Traditions, I thought that sounded cozy, so maybe I'll be able to put that in somewhere. I've got over here to my right, I have scraps and other things. This is bugging me more than I thought it would, where the napkins overlapped. So I found a piece of fabric that has ornaments, and ornaments would represent the cozy Christmas home. So I'm going to glue that down the center. It's not cut perfectly straight, because I use pinking shears, and I don't know, it's just really hard for me to cut with pinking shears. Should I try it again? I don't want to cut too much off it. I don't think so. It's not that bad. I'm going to glue it down. I was thinking I might go to the Barnes flea market today, because I've said before, I've only been twice this year, and it's already the end of the first week of October. And every weekend I say, well, maybe I'll go. I have Friday afternoons. They're open at noon on Friday, noon to 5, and then they're open all day on Saturday. And I always have a reason not to go. The main reason being I don't need any more stuff. But I do want to go one more time. And this is getting to the end of the time when I would go. I think usually my last trip is in September or October, although they are open till the middle of December. I just get busy with holiday stuff. So I'm thinking if I don't go today, I might not make it back. And it's about 15 minutes away from me, 15, so it's not that far. So there's that, and I added a label there, and I put a library pocket, a blue library pocket on the back. Put this piece of paper in this old photograph. So I'll set that aside. And we'll just kind of quickly flip through. I added this handmade crochet trim on a couple of the edges. Well, it's on the signature cover, I guess. It's only one signature in the book. So I put it on the front and the back side of that. It looks very cozy. This is cut from a greeting card. So I added her to a cream colored cardstock. So she didn't blend in too much with that. But like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail of what I've already done. I will say, this is part of the process, that the gift wrap piece, I used 2 of these same pieces, and I wanted to make them sturdier and give you a place to write. So I put on this piece of stationery with a quilt border because quilts are cozy and the colors were perfect for this journal, and some vintage graph paper and a piece of scrapbook paper. So, and I purposely made the paper go across the center line to reinforce the fold. I didn't want to have it some here and some here. So I wanted it to go all the way across. And let me show you the other one because there's 2 pieces. So for this one, I added that gingerbread sheet and some vintage ledger and a newer ledger and the little string of cookies there for decoration. So I think the front part of the book is pretty well done. There's some of that cozy trim. And there's some of the stenciling that I did with my sweater stencil. And here's where I used one of my embossed strips. I showed you these embossed strips. Here's another one. I feel like that page could use something. I'm looking to see what it could use. I have my little bundle here of pieces that I cut from the gift wrap that my sister wrapped my gifts in last year. Look at those adorable retro snowman figures. Maybe I could add this little candy cane here. I used some of the pieces from this on an upcoming page. I haven't used any of the snowmen. They'll probably end up going in a different journal. But I cut out a couple of phrases, and I really like how they enhanced the page that I used them on. Tomorrow is my niece's wedding. So I'd really like to have this journal finished and tidy my room up, because tomorrow's Saturday and I'll be busy. It's in the afternoon, so I will have time to do a little bit in the morning, but you know, I want to get as much done as I can today in tidying up this space. And then, you know, Saturday's the wedding, and then Sunday is church, and it's actually the beginning of my vacation. So I want everything as tidy as I can get it before that starts. Thought I had my camera angled enough, but I keep holding my piece closer to me. I snip it off. Snip the pieces off, not over the book, so I don't have to brush them off the book. So we're right next to this page. I added this page in. It's from a Christmas craft book, and this is a gingerbread house. and this is the reindeer dorm. You were supposed to cut the pieces out and make a village. I think you'd have to make copies of it because they're front and back. But I just added it in as a page, so I thought this little candy cane would be cute opposite it. What else does it need? I want to keep it fairly simple, so I'm just going to glue it down. I got up a little bit late today because, you know, I was up till 4 o'clock, but I was hoping to sleep a little bit later. I only got a little over 4 hours of sleep. And Barnes, Tioga Downs opens at noon. It's 10:45. I would leave at about, well, I would leave in an hour. So I'd be there when it opens because if I'm going to go, I want to go early because I'm tired. So this is where I used the phrase from that wrapping paper, and this is on a very tiny type. It's the back of this page, and it just has holiday phrases. So I thought this was perfect to put on there, and it actually looks like it belongs there. So I fussy cut this out, made a pocket of this scrap from this piece, and I added that blue fringe. For the tags, I didn't use Mod Podge. I just used a glue stick and glued the napkin down. And I didn't collage anything on there. There's certainly, it's a nice background, and you could definitely add ephemera pieces to embellish it, but I liked it plain and let these pieces embellish the page. And then I put the doily opposite it. It goes really well with it. Get some stamping there. There's that one page. I think I'll just leave that. There's another embossed. This is a greeting card, a vintage greeting card. I glued the bottom shut so there's pockets. I just tucked this in there so that I would remember to put something in there. So now I need to find something to put in there. Both sides. Whoever owned these cards had cut slits in the top and bottom and had them tied together. All their cards were tied together. Well, maybe I could use a snowman inside of there. I thought he looked cozy, knocking on your door. Wanting to come in and sit by the fire. Like Olaf from Frozen. He didn't know the fire would melt him. But then he said, some people are worth melting for. Oh, I forgot I had this sheet. This is a digital, and I printed it a few years ago, and I always forget to use it. So maybe I'll find something on there. But for now, I want to put a card in here. I'm just trying to figure out what background page I want to use. And how big do I want it to be? I want it to stick out a little bit so you know it's there. So about 5 inches by, let's do 5 by 5. And since I have a lot of snowman pieces from that wrapping paper, I can put a snowman in each half of the card. See how that looks. I think I'll trim it a little bit because I did glue the bottom. It feels like that glue took up a little more space. It goes in nicely, but just to make it a little easier, I'm going to trim a little bit off of one end and make it so that goes this way. Yeah, that looks good. So I'll make sure I glue the snowman on facing this way. Maybe he needs a little doily behind him. Let's see if I have a white doily. Well, I know I do, but I don't think I do in here. I have gold doily too. I didn't take time to look, but I think this one is a little too small. Well, he'd be okay. That would be okay. Like that. And the gold doily is big. I like the white better. Okay. Just rub some glue stick on this. So I'm going to have a sleepover at my sister's house. My niece's wedding is in Corning, New York, even though she lives really close to me here. She just went to school in Corning, went to college in Corning, and she loves Corning. She has a lot of friends up there. And I don't drive to Corning, and I don't drive at night, so I would have to drive home in the dark even if I did go myself. So I'd have to go past my sister's house, or, you know, past her street. So I figured I would ride with them, but then I didn't want to drive home in the dark, so I get to spend the night at her house. And she lives really close to the church I go to. So on Sunday morning I can just get up and get ready for church, go to church, and go home. And that will be the last of the weddings for this year. Number 3. That looks really cute. I can't put it in the pocket because this is gluey. But that'll look cute in there, and I'll probably put a tab on that. Let me see how far it'll stick out. Yeah, just a small tab. Maybe even a fabric one. Okay, let's make one for, oh, it's going to go this way. Yeah, it's going to go this way. So I'm going to find a snowman for this side. look awfully cute. Oh, I like this one. There's another door. It's a little too tall. So I want to cut a little off of that. I'm going to make a little T here. Remind me that that's the top. I'll just check to make sure, because maybe I've put more glue on this side. You never know. That fits nicely. Save that piece for something else. Now there are cold elements in this journal. There are skaters, that outdoor scene, and skaters, and figures, pair of figure skates that I stamped, and the snowmen. But how much cozier does cozy feel when you come in out of the cold after you've been skating or building snowmen? So I think that it makes a fun journal using the cold and the cozy elements together. Okay, I'm going to set these aside so that the glue stick will dry, but they will go inside of this fun card. I'm going to leave the candy cane paper plain so you have a place to glue things, and this is plain also. And then I used my vellum to create pockets, but you can see the glue through there. That's disappointing. This one I used the Barely Art glue, and it's a thinner line, but you can see it. So then on that one I tried this one, and you can see that, and it shows up more because it comes out a little bit thicker, but it's there. So for these, I think I will just add some scrapbook paper scraps, or actually cut a piece. Maybe this. I just love the dots. I must have put a lot of glue on there. I'm going to try 4.5 inches. Maybe a little skinnier. That one I didn't put as much glue on. But this is in the center of the signature, so I want the cards to be both the same size. So you'll be able to see them both. And then let's try 4.5. Perfect. Excuse my reach. You have to go down. Maybe I'll just make them flush, but that way you'd know which side is the top, because they're slightly different sizes. Okay. And I might end up putting a word or something, a phrase on one of these, on both of these cards, but I don't know. I don't think I want it to show. It would be down here, because I just want it to, I don't know. I just want them to mirror, both sides to mirror the other. I think I'm just looking at that ornament fabric, a little scrap of it, and I love the colors on there. So I could maybe cut out an ornament from that fabric and glue it on. I'm just going to do the top, ink the top and glue the tab on. I can come back and glue, ink the rest later. I see on that sheet of Christmas phrases, there's a little square that says "Let It Snow." I think that would be perfect because it's a cozy song. The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And if you've no place to go, since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Because we are all cozy inside. So maybe I can find a place to use that phrase. Okay, like I said, I'll come back and ink the rest later. It feels dry. And I'm going to make another green strip of the embossed strip. I'll use that to put here. It's this little square that says "Let It Snow." So I think I'd have to build up an embellishment there. Let's see. Baby, it's cold outside. I see fabric scissors. Where's my other ones? I just have this one. So I won't do it in this video because I'm going to run out of time, but I will make something to, I'll build these up with something behind them and use these on this piece. I don't want to take the time to cut this out either, but I'm going to glue these cookies down the edge of this page. There's the other piece I cut from their wrapping paper. And this is that little instruction or a pattern you could order for making a Santa pillow, which is cozy. It's from a vintage magazine. I stamped my Christmas tree lights and colored them with my markers. Markers and water. That's not straight marker there. And it does show through, but I like it. Okay, so on the back page, I want to make a pocket out of this photograph with the children in their Christmas pajamas. How cozy. You don't get much more cozy than that. So I need something to back them with. If that didn't have such a white background, that would work. Maybe I'll just use a green or a red cardstock. I like the green better. But I probably have a lighter color of green. Oh, there it is. I like that one. Oh, dear Mr. and Mrs. Vogt, it was so good to hear from you again and to learn that you are both well. You must be to care for two little ones a full weekend. Marion wrote and told me Anne had a baby girl. Very nice. Keeps us out of trouble to be busy. Believe it or not, I haven't been to see my sister in Beeville since the last time I called you 4 years ago. But when we do, I will surely call. Merry Christmas, Ginny. I don't think I need to preserve that. I'm going to sew this to my card, but not on camera. Oh, I'm not going to glue it down because I want to sew it first. But once that's done, I can tuck this little paper doll guy in here, and then I will add a card or a tag. I think that's too wide. If I put that on a card, it would be too wide. I had these pieces pulled. It says Noel. I don't know. I'll have these pieces if I want to add something, or I can just include them with the journal. And that's where I'm going to leave it right now. So I'm almost done what I want to do inside it, and then I can sew it together this evening. It's going to be kind of fat, so I don't think I will add this back in. Oh, I could make a journal card out of these pieces. I don't know where I would put them. I could just paper clip them to the page. I don't want to add to this because I like the way this looks. So I don't want to add another color or another design into it. You can, if it's your journal. Do whatever you want to. I could put a piece of it back here. Cut this piece off. And put it in there. Let's do that. I got time. I want to use all the sweater pattern stuff that I have. I don't know if I want it back here with this color, but we'll see. I might just include this with the journal and the owner can do what they want with it. I might tuck it in there, and then I have this little strip. So I just have a little bit more work to do on it, and I can finish it up tonight and then clean my room up. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope it was okay, being as tired as I am. And maybe I'll be able to come back with a small haul from the barns. Certainly don't want to bring home much, but I just think I want to go look at it one more time. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope that you are having a creative day today. Bye.